Come hang out with me on a typical Sunday. It looks like it might rain, but it actually feels pretty good out here. There's a nice breeze. So I wanted to show you guys. These are blooming. I love it. These ones are hanging down because it was raining yesterday, but they're so pretty. So what I'm gonna do today, I actually got the base for these guys. So I'm gonna take one of those out, transplant, put the base. We're gonna do that in a minute. First, we're gonna take care of this lettuce because this guy's trying to bolt on me. And I have these successions right here, so we'll be good to go. I might have to give some of this lettuce away. I don't know if I can eat this much from all these 3 plants. I like salad, but I don't like salad all the time, so I'm just taking the whole thing today. Jeez Louise. Okay. All right, so these are smaller. They're not trying to bolt, but we do have some damage going on here. I'm not real sure why. Oh, bugs. That's why. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take them. Yeah, it's bugs. Yep, I'm just gonna take them all. All right, there's that one. There's that one. So we'll take these inside. We will get them in ice water in a bowl, and then I'll probably come back and rinse them out later and stuff. Just let them sit in water for a little while. There's a lot of lettuce, guys. All right, so we have all this lettuce, and I have a bowl here with cold water in it. I'm going to pull this off, put it in the bowl. Sorry, I had a fly flying around. I think it actually came from the lettuce. So I want to get these rinsed off real quick, put in the water, and put in the fridge. Yeah, because I think there's some buggies going on in there, and I don't want that in my house. So just in this one head, I found 3 caterpillars. So these little leaves, a couple of them got in there and they have a bunch of damage to them. So I'm just going to compost this because I'm going to have plenty of lettuce for me and to give away. So compost it is for this guy. I swear this fly or moth, whatever it is, keeps dive bombing my face. It's like, get away from my home. But I want it out of my house. Well, no caterpillars were found in that second head, so that's something, but it had more leaves with more damage, so maybe it had caterpillars and they already are full grown. I don't know. But yeah, some of those leaves will go in the compost too. The reason I'm putting the lettuce in cold water in a bowl is because I'm going to stick this bowl right in the fridge, and lettuce will stay good for weeks stored in cold water. Or even if the other way I've stored it is wet it, rinse it off, wrap it up in a paper towel and put it in a plastic bag and seal it. That'll hold for a while too. But this I think actually works the best so far that I've tried. All right, let's get this purple one. Let's see if there's any buggies in here. I don't know, there's like no damage to this one. So I think this one's a little more pest resistant. This is outrageous. Oh, also with the cold water, it not only stores better. This bug is still in my face. It not only stores better, but it also helps firm up the lettuce. These leaves are actually pretty firm already because it's a mature plant. However, it will make them even more crispy, so which I like. So I didn't realize this lettuce actually, I mean, I knew it was trying to bolt because the stem got so long and the leaves separated so much, but there was a little pod there trying to flower. Since this was trying to bolt on me and it actually already made flowers, after I rinse it off, I'm gonna taste it and make sure it doesn't taste bitter because some lettuces do that when they try to bolt. I'm really hoping it doesn't because this lettuce is really beautiful, and I don't see any bugs in it so far. So it's actually really pest resistant from the looks of it. So sad news is the lettuce is bitter, unfortunately. I knew I should have picked it a couple days ago. Dang it. But we have the butter crunch. So I'll put a little more water in this because it'll soak some of it up and put it in the fridge. And the outrageous is going to go in my compost. I already have some more growing. That makes me really sad because I really like that lettuce, but it just has this like bitter aftertaste. I actually need to get something to drink because it's not good. So, and then if you notice, and I saw this on someone else's post, if you break off a stem and it produces like the white liquid, it's actually probably has more of a chance of being bitter. That one didn't do it, but one of these other ones that I tore off, you could even see it like in the leaf. Of course, it's not going to do it now because I said that. There we go. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but where I tore it, where it's this line, there's like white milky substance coming out. So I wonder, because that doesn't happen before it's bolted usually. So I wonder if that's what leaves the bitter taste. I don't know. If anyone knows, leave it down in the comments what that is and why it's bitter. It's so interesting because it comes out of the stem too, but you can definitely, oh, you might be able to see it on this red leaf. It's interesting. I'm really sad that this is bitter though. And I definitely don't want to give it away to anyone that doesn't taste great. But yeah, oh well, lesson learned. I will not wait to harvest the next one. I'll just cut it off and bring it in. All right, let's go fix our planter, and I have something exciting on the petunia planter to show you. All right, we got the few things we need. That guy's gonna go over there. This is for over here. We're gonna move these beautiful nasturtiums for a minute, as they will be on our way. So we gotta put the wheels in the base. You don't have to get the wheels, nor do you have to get the turning, but we have hurricanes and storms and all the things. So I like to be able to move them around easily. And the sun moves and it gets too hot, so I need to put them in the shade and all that good stuff. So it makes it way easier to have a base. All right. I'll show you the exciting part about these after I get them put back together. We have flowers growing. I probably should have done this yesterday. It rained, so these have water in them. And they're kind of heavy. This is the one that only has 2. So we're gonna put that here. And this one has 4, so we're gonna put it in this planter, but I wanna put this on this base first. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do is put those 2 in here. Okay. That's it. Now I got to put the other planters back on top. I'm actually going to move this where I want it so it's not super heavy yet. And this will be so nice because I can just doop, and rotate it. All right, let's go. Ugh. The tricky part when you have plants already in here is getting it on there without catching the leaves of your plants. Like this one's gonna be a little more difficult. So I'm gonna try to push it over a little. Oh no. Yeah, See, I got a leaf of this one. Okay, okay. I got that. No. Okay. It might be a little traumatic for some of these, but hopefully they'll survive. I think they will. Just hurts a leaf or two. It's okay. All right, so it's shorter because I took that one tier out, and I'm not sure what I'm going to plant in that or if I'm going to, but what I wanted to show you guys is this. This guy is getting a purple flower, and I'm so excited. There was another one. It was right by that one, but I just moved them, so these are doing so good. A lot of them are going to be flowering soon. This one has 2 in it, so if one of them die, I can try to split that up. We'll see. Oh, no, that's the same one. Oh, here it is. It's still right by it. It's just a tier down. So this one is also getting flowers. So excited. I can't wait to see what all it looks like. And I'm excited I can turn it now because there's some that are really small, and I really wonder if it's just the difference in the light they're getting, would be my guess. So, yeah, like there's a teeny tiny one down there. So I'm excited to see how they do now. This is going to be my purple petunia planter. So I was thinking about taking that bottom tier out because it doesn't have anything planted in it, and putting a base under this one, which I have now. But I think that this would be too difficult to get off and on by myself now, because this one over on the bottom here is wrapping around the back. So they're doing great the way they are. So I think I'm just going to leave them for now. I'm going to put the support on. It'll be just like this one, because this one here is in the 3rd tier down, and it's starting to get longer, so it needs a little support. The nice thing is when you have the spinner base, you don't have to work your way around these things. You can just spin it to you, and you don't have to try to get back behind them in between the wall here, but that's okay. We make it work. Oh, I should have put gloves on or long sleeves, because these squash leaves tear up. I'm so reactive to them. Okay. I really should have worn gloves or something. I am going to wash my hands and arms as soon as I get back inside, because I'm going to be so itchy. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and get the other one and put this tier up, because I don't want to have to stick my arms in here again later. I really should take these plants out, but I don't want to. They're doing so well, because I'm going to have so many of this type of squash. They're delicata. So they're actually they're nice because they're almost like single serving for me. I am just hoping that they store well in my house, because if they don't, I'm going to have to figure out how else to preserve them. So I would prefer to just leave them as a squash and cook them when I need them. But I live in a hot and humid climate. I don't have a cold room or anything, so I don't know how well they'll store for me. So now, because these plants are significantly smaller, as they grow, I can just make sure they're up on here instead of trying to get them up under there without messing up the leaves and stuff. Oh, I have some cilantro growing back here. That's exciting. It finally is taken off. It wouldn't germinate there for a little bit, but it might have still been too hot because cilantro likes it cold. Honestly, I think I planted lemon balm in the other one. We'll find out. I don't remember. And that, my friends, is why you should label things, because I honestly don't even know if this is lemon balm or if it's a weed. But it looks really cute. Oh, come on. See, this would be way easier to do if I could turn it. There we go. All right, that's it for outside. So I will meet you back inside and we're gonna work on some chicken. All right, so doing my laundry made me remember that I need to put away my public goods order that I order online, because I have the laundry sheets that I showed you guys, but those will go in the laundry room area. So I also get my cellar water, which their packaging is not, they have some plastic so things don't spill, but they also have paper packaging. So this is a glass bottle, that's why it had that kind of packaging on it. So I didn't get a whole lot this time, but I did get some body wash refills. I have a link below if you want to check them out. I do get a small commission off of it, but I wouldn't share something if I didn't love it. This body wash literally saved me from frustration of dry skin, because I never had an issue with dry skin, and then for a couple of years I was having issues, and I switched to this body wash from a big brand, and I rarely need to use lotion now. So yeah, so I'm just refilling. I actually have their body wash, their lotion, hand soap. This is all hand soap. I use their toothpaste. I use a hand cream that I got a new one of. Oh, I love their little floss containers. They're glass and their floss works really well. I don't know, just random stuff I've tried. They have food and stuff. I haven't gotten a lot of that. And they keep getting new stuff all the time. But they also have like a really gentle cream cleanser that I've used. They have like cleaner products that don't have all the extra stuff in them and that kind of thing. But I just wanted to share with you guys because I really love their brand and I get orders from them every few months. Like, I just like to buy things in bulk because I can, because I have room to store them, but you don't have to. It is cheaper if you pay for the annual membership, just FYI. But yeah, so this is where I keep like extra toothbrushes and deodorant and razors and vitamins and cleaning products and all this stuff, bags. And this is actually, I told you I like to buy in bulk. This is my shampoo and conditioner. So yeah, I need to put this stuff away. And like I said, this is my typical Sunday. So here we are. All right, I just went and grabbed some potatoes. We're gonna chop these up and roast them in the oven. So we're gonna turn this on to 400. I'm gonna get my cutting board. And these do have some eyes on them, but that's fine. We just cut them off. They're totally fine to eat. So I am gonna leave the skin on these, so I'm gonna wash them really well. All right, potatoes are washed, eyes are removed. So now all we gotta do is chop. So I like to chop these up into 1/2 inch to inch pieces. You can chop them into whatever size you want. They'll just take longer to cook the bigger they are. All right, let's throw that little scarred piece out. Do that. I like mine to be bite size. I don't like huge bites, so that's why I like 1/2 inch to inch. I'm gonna try my best to clean as I go today because I don't want to clean up a big mess when I get done. I just want to relax for this afternoon. So I'm literally just gonna put a bunch of seasonings on this that I like. It doesn't matter. They're potatoes, whatever flavors you like, add them. I am going to do onion powder, garlic powder, slap your mama, salt and pepper, I think is it. I really like the slap your mama on these because it adds a little bit of heat, but it's not super hot, so it just gives it a little kick. With potatoes, especially with this many, I just dump it. And then once when you mix it up, it looks coated, you're done. So the reason that I'm doing so many potatoes for just me is because I will store these in the fridge after they get done cooking and cool down. Whatever I don't want to eat today, I'll store in there, and then I can use these for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, whatever. I can make a different protein to go with it, or I can make a bowl or put them in a casserole or whatever I want to do with it. So I do cook like single items a lot of the time, and then I can use that single item to make different meals, so I don't have to eat the same thing all week because I don't enjoy that at all. Potatoes also freeze really well, so I could freeze these if I'm tired of eating them. So I'm just going to get some tongs and mix this up in here. You can do this in a bowl and toss it too. It doesn't matter. I just don't want to dirty another bowl. Oh no. And one down. The floor always gets at least one. And then I cook these at 400 until they are fork tender, where you can just stick a fork in them easily. I don't remember how long that is. I think it takes at least 30 minutes, if not almost an hour, I believe. But I'll let you guys know when I pull them out how long I cooked them for. All right, in the oven they go. So I'm just going to set a timer. I know they take at least 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure it takes a lot longer than that, but I'll check them then, and then I'll set another timer. There we go. All right, our timer just went off, so let's check these potatoes. I stirred them a few minutes ago. Well, probably like 10 minutes ago. So they could cook a couple more minutes if you like them softer, but my fork's going through them pretty easily for most of them. And I'll be reheating a lot of them, so I'm going to go ahead and take this out. Look at how delicious those look. Yum. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get a pan out, heat it up so we can get our chicken cooking to go with our potatoes for dinner tonight. So we want this chicken to have a little crust on it to add flavor. So we're gonna do medium to medium high, depending on how hot your stove gets. So this is all I do for my boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I put them in a hot pan. I will season the top of them, and then when I flip them over, I'll season the other side. You can trim the little piece of fat off if you want. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Honestly, I just didn't feel like it today. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna season them and let them cook for a while. And don't be afraid of seasoning, cooking them like this. It'll be delicious. I just do salt, pepper, and garlic, and that way it's kind of a clean slate for whatever I want to make with it. Like tonight, I'll probably just make a little salad, have some potatoes on the side. Nothing crazy. All right, I have some gallon Ziploc bags. I'm gonna label them for the different marinades. I have chicken thighs. All right, so we're gonna do lemon garlic. And then we have Greek, Italian, and then we'll have our Southwest and our savory. I don't usually measure when I make marinades. I just dump stuff in, and it still turns out delicious. So I have 4 bag holders. I love these things. I'll link them below if you guys want to try them. They work really well for this. This is all I use them for. But I only have 4, so I'll show you how I do set up my bag without it. Because I like to do my marinades first and then put my chicken in. I don't know why. You can do it the other way. It doesn't really matter. That's just how I prefer to do it. I think it's just because like I don't have to think about putting the chicken in. I just throw it in there. So I can just throw it in there, wash my hands and be done kind of thing. I don't know. So I'm actually going to put the one, I think, with the least ingredients. This will not have a holder. I don't have anything cooked yet, Ty. I don't have anything to give you, buddy. I don't have a doggy tax to give Tyson. He's staring at me over here. All right. I'll bring you guys down here once I start doing that. So the bag that I don't have a holder for, this is going to be my lemon garlic. I'm going to take the corners and I turn them in. And that way it kind of gives it a flat bottom. And then I fold down the outside edges. And usually that works. I won't say it works all the time. Sometimes it falls over, but once you start putting stuff in there, it stays up. Just like that. All right, since my lemon garlic's in the back, I'm gonna go ahead and do that one real quick. So olive oil. Actually, all of these are gonna do olive oil. So we're just gonna do that. I like to make marinades and go ahead and freeze the chicken in them ahead of time so that when it thaws, I can either thaw it overnight or on the counter same day, and it marinates as it thaws and sits there. And I don't have to worry about what marinade I want or anything. I literally just look at it, pull it out, and it's ready to throw on the grill once it thaws. So I love this. It's like a form of meal prep, but you don't have to cook it. It's lovely. All right, lemon juice. I think it's the only one that requires lemon juice. So it actually is supposed to be a lemon juiced, but I don't feel like it. And I have lemon juice. 2 cloves of garlic. So we're gonna do a little garlic puck thingy. Thyme, Dijon mustard, and salt. Okay, our lemon garlic is done. So we're gonna do, this is a Southwest, some apple cider vinegar. Cilantro or parsley. I don't have either fresh, so we're just gonna do some dried parsley. Chili powder. And I'm going to put 2 pounds of chicken in each of these bags. So I have 10 pounds of chicken total that I'm going to marinate. Garlic powder. Garlic powder. Oregano. Cumin. Salt and pepper. And remember, with marinades, you can put a lot more seasoning than if you were just seasoning the item, because all this isn't going to stay on the chicken. All right, our Southwest is done. So let's do our savory. We already did olive oil, Dijon mustard. Looks good. Worcestershire, I had to open another one because there's only a tiny bit left in this one. And I like a lot. I think I'm actually going to put some of this in the Southwest also, because I think that'll be delicious. Where was I? Savory. Garlic, salt, and pepper. So I'm just going to do a garlic puck. That's it now. And some salt. And some pepper. Next is our Italian. So that one's olive oil, red wine vinegar. Remember, this looks like a lot, but it's really not. It's for 2 pounds of chicken, and it's not going to stay on it. All right, basil. Oregano. Parsley. Garlic powder. Salt, pepper, and honey. There we go. And Italian's done. And now we're gonna do Greek. Yeah. All right, so this one is red wine vinegar, olive oil, of course, red wine vinegar, garlic. This only calls for 1 clove of garlic, but we're putting in a whole thing. Garlic, dried oregano, and salt and pepper. And that's it for this one. All right, our chicken's ready to be flipped. So it's not sticking to the pan. These pans are pretty non-stick anyway, but look at that beautiful crust it has on there. That adds a ton of flavor. So all of these can be flipped. And then all we're gonna do is season the other side. I sometimes flip them back one more time just to make sure like this middle section here is cooked, because it was folded up when it was cooking on the other side. But besides that, all there is left to do is season and let it cook longer. I think it's been cooking for 15 minutes maybe. I honestly don't even keep track. I just look at them when they smell good. All right guys, so all there is left to do is put the chicken in the bags. All right. Ugh. So like I said, each of these packs is about a pound, so I'm gonna put 2 in each one. Okay. I put these in the freezer. I will definitely be sanitizing everything because I'm sure chicken juice got places that I don't know. Which is disgusting, but the reality. All right, so yeah, I just get as much air out as I can. Swish it around, a little swish, swish. And I will fold it like this, and I will just stick it in the freezer. So I like folding them like this too, and writing the name right there because I can see it when I'm looking in the freezer. All right, we're gonna flip these one more time. They're nice and browned on the other side. I just want to make sure that this little center part here is fully cooked. The chicken's been on this side for a couple minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and take this off, and I'm gonna put it right into my pan that it's gonna go in the fridge. And I will put a couple pieces and some potatoes on a plate. And that will be my dinner. Look at that, it looks so good. I was gonna cook this with onions and peppers and I totally forgot. But all I would have had to do, I have chopped up onions and peppers in the freezer. All I would have had to do was throw those in there when they were in the oven. But that's okay, we can add them later. All right, we got everything cooked up. So it's just time for cleanup, which honestly is my very least favorite part. But the nice thing is that my kitchen is small. So I don't have to put things away too far. I seriously, if I didn't have to do dishes, I would probably cook 3 meals a day, every day. But I don't. So that is why I like to prep things ahead. All right, guys, I got my dinner all set up. I did chicken, potatoes, applesauce, and cottage cheese. I honestly am tired and I didn't feel like making a vegetable, so apples it is. It is applesauce that I canned from apples, so I guess there's that. But if you enjoyed hanging out with me, please make sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me on my Sunday where I do kind of a reset. All I need to do is get the floors swept and mopped, and I will be ready to relax for the evening and fold some clothes. But that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you later. Bye.